Good morning, well afternoon, wherever you are. We're having a good day today. I'm going to try and slow my pace down a little bit of speaking because some of our non-English speaking friends are finding I'm a little bit quick for them. So I'm trying to slow down a little bit today. We have my hire car here and George has found a way through somebody else's land with permission. So we've had quite a reasonable trip through. This car is certainly capable of getting through. We've brought through water today, a little bit of food, and we've ordered some barrels, food barrels from the pet shop that George uses. So George is with the looking at the dogs. Στο δρόμο είναι καλά, ναι, καλό.
Τα καταφέραμε.
So the dogs are playing.
Νομίζω ότι με ένα 4x4 έχουμε λύσει σχεδόν το πρόβλημα μέχρι να φτιαχτεί ο δρόμος.
So what George is saying basically is that the road is no problem with the 4x4. Dia is out again, having fun. He's out on his own at the moment. We've just cleaned the dogs, so everything's nice and tidy. George has just fed them. We just need to do some water now. They haven't had their fresh water yet, but they're all looking. And we need to, George needs to medicate the ones who have leash so that they have their daily tablet. But with the 4x4, we're feeling really hopeful. It's not been raining today, but we haven't had to use a really, really bad road. It's actually not too bad at all through the farmland. But as I say, we are relying on permission for that. You would never get an ordinary car through that land. But it's got a nice high wheelbase, my little hire car. I say mine, I have hired it. George hasn't spent any of the donations or the car money on it. It's my hire. I've got us both on the insurance for it. I got an extra free driver and they didn't have a problem with having a Greek driver. Although with lockdown, I think there are issues with if George wanted to hire it himself. But for visitors at the airport, you can hire a car. So that's what I've done. George never spends anything on himself. And he doesn't spend anything that he can avoid spending. But to be honest, I don't know how he could continue carrying food up here. And there's no point in getting your back broken for the want of a car, in my view. So we are looking now for the Daihatsu that he wants. We're hoping that we'll be able to get that soon. I have this car for the 3 weeks that I'm here. And I think I can extend the car hire for George if need be. But hopefully, if lockdown in Greece ends on the 30th, and rumour has it that it might be extended until the 15th, obviously it's not so easy to leave home and the garages are closed anyway. So he's putting some extra food out now. Usually gives them their dinner and then allows them a little bit more food just to make sure they're fully topped up. Dia's back in his pen again. And we have Lucky Luke, everybody's favourite. Well, we shouldn't have favourites, should we? But he's one of mine, if not me. Yes, I'd take you if I was going to take one, Luke. You know I love you. Nah, Luke moo. And here's Mavros, looking really, really good. In the 2 weeks that I wasn't here, Mavros is just amazing, really. His face is so much better. He's black without the white bits now. He's a lovely, lovely, friendly dog, Mavros. He's putting on weight. He's a real sweetheart. Loves Luke. Luke and Mavros play a lot together. And here's Marks with his pretty eyes, aren't you? Yep. What you got, Luke? Luke's got a new coat, haven't you? And there's King. He's been in a bit of a grumpy mood, haven't you, King? You've been telling everybody off. Mavros wants to be in. So they're all looking for their top up. But things are starting to get back to normal here, now that we can get the food up. As I say, these are the barrels. This one's actually a water barrel. We have 4 more on order that don't have the hole in it. It's got a cork in it. So it's not a problem, that'll keep all the food dry. But we think 5 barrels just to keep a really good supply. And then George has a 500 litre water tank being brought up as well. We're going to do a little bit more varnishing on the kennels because some of them, when they've been put in place, we've realised the positioning of them, they get quite wet. So we just want to put an extra coating of varnish. You can see that despite George's best efforts, a couple of the dogs have been using the table to run over. So that needs a bit of a clean as well. But yes, it's been a good day. We've got the car. We had a little bit of a wait for it, but we've now got the car. So we can get up here with supplies, and we're going to make sure that everything is really well stocked. So that if there's another downpour and George can't get through, or there's a delay in buying his 4x4, that we're not going to have a situation where he's breaking his back carrying the bags that he was, because when I got here, he was certainly, he looked absolutely shattered, frankly. And that's despite the efforts of Ellie and George's friends, who have been brilliant, bringing a lot of supplies up here, using the Vitara that they did. But George, day after day, has been carrying food and water up here, and it's just not sustainable at all. So we have a plan now, and everything's going really well. Barrels tomorrow. There's not a huge amount of space in the back of the Suzuki, but enough to get barrels and food. And we have it, as I say, for a few weeks, so we can rotate the different items that we need to bring up and make sure that everything's fully stocked. Right, I'm going to give George a hand with the water, because I know that he's still as stiff as a board after carrying all that food and water up here, and I don't like him carrying anything. I said he can have a break from lifting and carrying for a week, which has caused a few arguments, because he wants to carry everything, but I've said no, so I'm going to help him with the water now. And that's today's live update. All good news. We're very happy with how the car got through, no difficulty whatsoever, and we didn't have to take it on that dangerous bit of road, so that's even better news. We're very grateful to the farmers for the access. Right, and we'll speak again tomorrow. I hope that was a slow enough pace for the non-English speakers. I do tend to go on a bit fast, so I hope that was a bit better for you. Bye.